unexpectedly, you got two different arcs beginning in Danganronpa 3. You start off with the future arc, which I guess um, takes place now, obviously, with the end game that's just begun, and the spare arc, which takes place before, because we come to find out in the first episode of the future arc, Naegi gave him some sort of assistance. That's the reason why he got arrested, and I guess the spare arc is going to give us an insight as to why things went down. And if you noticed, uh, the students in that class, we find out that Yokozime was the one as a teacher behind those kids, or that class. They go off and run amok. And if you notice, there's a shot of Monokuma as well behind them, and they even have the Monokuma there. So, we've come to find out in the future arc that this is why I'm guessing a lot of you in the comments before Danganronpa 3 started saying now it'd be a little bit confusing, and to some extent it is, but I can't get enough of it to know that the spare arc does not really affect what's going on now. It just tells us a perspective for what went on before, so it doesn't really change the outcome. And besides that, Yokozime, spoiler alert, in the future arc, the first episode dies because of, obviously, and that's something else I'm going to bring up as well. You can tell the difference immediately. I just got the one watching the first episode of the spare arc, and the blood is the same as Danganronpa Season 1. If you notice in the future arc, it's a lot more realistic, and I think that helps makes it a little bit more serious. And I said, despite how good Season 1 was, that's the only drawback with the censoring of the murdering. Not to say it wasn't murder, but it's kind of censored to the degree. So it kind of looks realistic with more realistic blood. Anyway, that being said, into the spare arc, the first episode, we come to find out that Yokozime, we get to know a lot more than we thought. And we also come to find out that the principal of that school, I guess, is Jin Kirigiri, and we know that to be the deceased father of Kyoko Kirigiri, which is interesting. So this the only thing that kind of threw me for a loop, because he's supposed to be technically deceased. So I'm not too sure what's going on there. That's the only thing I'm questioning right now, but I do understand what's going on. And at the very start of the episode in this spare arc, we kind of get to see Yokozime in a theatre watching her own death, which I thought was kind of interesting. She was eating popcorn watching her own death, but we're going to get into perspective of what she went through, teaching the class. I suppose what happens after that is they go around brainwashed by Monokuma, and we know he's behind, Yakushima's behind all that, because what we found out in episode 1 of the future arc, and that's the reason why Naegi gets arrested. Now, it's kind of cool we got introduced to the class in Despair arc. They look like a real alive bunch, especially that one chick that starts spitting out fire. I thought that was really cool, and there's some similarities with the class from Season 1 with this class as well, so I thought that was interesting. But obviously the two main players, however, like I said, it doesn't really affect what's going on in the future, which is with the endgame. And let me just say right now, it is so good to have regardless of what you think about the two arcs, whether it makes sense or not, it is. I understand enough to enjoy it. I don't really have to understand everything's going on to enjoy it, but I enjoyed the first episode. Like I said, more seriousness with the more realistic blood. Not to say it's a problem with it, but it just felt more surreal, and I think that's kind of thing that was lacking in Season 1. So it's kind of cool to have that in the future arc, because again, this is the end game, so you're going to play for keeps in this one. And I couldn't find out the one who, I guess this is a reason why Yokozime and Naegi had a conversation. Like, so it's like, oh, even though Kazuki is kind of a douche, he's not all that bad. So trying to understand where he's coming from, but almost immediately, I mean, it's kind of cool seeing Kirigiri and Asahina as well. I think we see that you can tell there's all the different atmosphere in this season, because when we get Naegi, he gets the shit beaten out of him by that one dude. He gets punched, and I don't think too much I mean, a lot of people died in season 1, but I don't think we had too many people fighting over it, so that's kind of surprising as well. And as a hero, totally flip it away, saying, "Oh, you're right now. You get in, you see Kiryu." And this is why Kiryu is the best character of the show, because she doesn't flip out. She doesn't get emotional. So, oh, you're just gonna attack somebody who can't, who's handcuffed. They can't even fight back. And I thought, so level-headed, cool as a cucumber. And what can I say? The ending for this episode, you knew Monokuma was gonna make a move at some point because it's the final game. So who it is? Monokuma. The sadistic bear is black, and oh boy, it doesn't take. There's that one kid that's talking to Kiryu. Now, I said this in the live reaction. It's obviously suspicious, and the way he said it is obviously intended that way. He said, "Oh, sorry, I've been late." So you know he's going to get suspected of the death of Yukazome, and the way that Monokuma is, oh man, tied up in the chandelier. She was already dead, and then she falls and she drops. And you see, I guess Kusuke or something. I think that's how it's pronounced. Just shit. Episode, and oh boy. Then you can stare down between Naegi and Monokuma, and this is where the final game begins. And oh boy, what can you say? It begins again. Again, the despair arc takes place before, but it doesn't really affect what's going on now. Just helps you understand why the despair, the class that will be taking part in the despair arc, go running amok, and it's obviously Monokuma influence. So we'll just have to see how that plays out. But I think I'm going to enjoy the future arc a little bit more, considering the fact it's a lot more realistic. Not saying there's nothing wrong with it, but let me know how you think I should review the despair arc and the future arc. Do you think I should review it separately or in the same review? Let me know your thoughts down below. That's going to do it for the review. Like it if you'd appreciate that. It's great to have Danganronpa back. Comment, rate, subscribe. Catch you guys in the next one. Bye.